Hello, guys. This is another moment. I'm coming again for this show. This is Isaac Simple and Real. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Kindly, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, this is another moment that you have to subscribe to my channel. I'm just making this request so that we can be able to build up this channel and more people can be able to learn about it. We can be able to improve our society by averting the issue of stigma in our society. And I'm very humbled for those great people. Now we're at 252 subscribers. I'm very humbled for your continued support. This is Isaac, Simple and Real. Our discussion today, we are to talk about HIV, love, and dating. Basically, people, when they are tested and they realize they are HIV positive, or those who have been born HIV positive, tend to worry or to wonder now, because I'm taking ARVs, uh, will I get married? And if I get married, how will I be accepted by the society or by my spouse if he or she realizes that I am HIV positive? Have you ever met yourself in such kind of a situation? Or maybe you are HIV negative and then you find yourself asking yourself, now, what if maybe the girl that I'm dating, or maybe the guy that I'm dating is HIV positive, and we have not once, not twice had unprotected sex? And what would I do? Because I already love him or I already love her, and we are currently on a very strong relationship. Will I have to divorce him? There was some mistakes that I found in some kind of pre-wedding counseling, whereby people are told before you are joined or before you get the marriage counseling, or before you maybe you you go ahead to do the church wedding, you must be tested HIV. Okay, being tested HIV is very, very important. And it's very important for you to know the HIV status of your partner before you go into marriage. But it's not a reason for divorce. Are we together? Or do you agree with me on this? Just imagine, okay, when it happens to your partner who is now assuming he or she is HIV positive, and you divorce him or her, okay, it appears like it was the right thing for you to do. But just assume it is on you who is HIV positive being divorced because you are HIV positive. How would you feel, and how would be your reaction on this? Just drop it on the comment section. And now, let me put it like this. Being HIV positive does not mean you have AIDS and does not mean you are sick. Remember, for those who are HIV positive and they have been initiated on care, they have good adherence, they have suppressed their viral load. Imagine those guys cannot transmit HIV to their unborn children. they cannot transmit HIV to their breastfeeding children, and they cannot transmit HIV to their sexual partner. Did you ever know about this? And if you knew, how do you take it? Disregarding or maybe undermining someone because of their HIV status. Are we together? Thank you. Now, so the point is, if you have a partner, or if, let me go to the person who is HIV positive. If you are HIV positive and you're on care and you have suppressed your virus, it is in confidence, and I'm very confident telling you this as a healthcare worker, that you imagine you cannot transmit HIV to your unborn child. So if you are a lady and you are planning to get pregnant and you are virally suppressed and you are taking your drugs on time, you have good adherence, you have suppressed, imagine you'll get pregnant, your sexual partner has very little chances, actually almost nil chances of getting transmitted the virus, and also you'll be able to breastfeed your child when he or she is born without transmitting the virus to your child. Are we together? So this is a wake-up call to everyone who feels like being HIV positive, they will now never date, and they feel like it's now like no one will ever take you, or maybe no one will ever be there for you. Remember that there are other worse diseases that are killing people in the society. There are others, viral diseases, that even up to now, they do not have cure. There are other bacterial infections which are very irritating even a few days or a few weeks after you have acquired them. But for HIV, I'm not praising the virus, but I'm saying that it's not a reason for you to feel down because of the status. Actually, it's the high time for you to realize, now if I've gotten the virus, it's my highest time for me to take the medication that are available. In my previous shows that I've given, I've stated how the ARVs work against the HIV virus. I have also talked about different stages or different phases of the life cycle of the HIV virus. And once you take the available highly active antiretroviral drugs, that is the available ARVs, like for instance, at the moment we are using a combination of uh, two classes of drugs, or that is two classes of drugs that are one class has two drugs and the other class has one drug regimen combined to form a fixed dose regimen of tenofovir, that is a nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitor, and lamivudine, which is also in the same class, and an integrase, which is much effective, that is dolutegravir, in the management of HIV virus and the prevention of replication of this virus in your body. Are we together? Thank you. Also, this virus has been tested and has been confirmed to be very effective even as a post-exposure prophylaxis treatment. So if you are HIV negative, that is tested and confirmed HIV negative, and then you had a sexual exposure with a person whom you do not know their HIV status, or whom are HIV positive and are not adherent to their medication, or they have been newly initiated on ARVs and they have not yet suppressed, You can visit any healthcare facility within your area, be tested for HIV. If you are negative, initiated on post-exposure prophylaxis, which has been tested and confirmed to be very effective in the management of HIV virus. Are we together? Thank you. Now, guys, kindly tell me if it is me who feel it or it is everybody who feel this, that HIV has now become like other viral infections that cause upper airway infection. This is because uh, earlier days, people who used to get the virus used to be followed by many opportunistic infections. Like they could be initially be diagnosed with HIV after they have acquired maybe tuberculosis or maybe herpes zoster, or maybe they present with diarrheal diseases. But currently, someone who is HIV positive is posing as a very stable person. So this has a lot to tell us that HIV inventions and our research about HIV has grown very much, and we do not have any reason for us to be stigmatized about the same virus. Also, back in those days, people used to take only condoms to prevent themselves from acquiring the virus. I'm not saying that currently we are not using condoms, but I'm saying if it's the matters concerning HIV, there are other alternatives that can be used, including for the serodiscordant couples can be able to use a mode of HIV prevention, which is the undetectable is equal to untransmissible. Meaning, if your HIV sexual partner is has undetectable viral load, it means they cannot transmit to you. So you will not have to use condom, you will not have to use PrEP. The other one, that is for those who are in an ongoing risk of acquiring HIV, maybe your HIV sexual partner has a countable viral load or has not been having good adherence to treatment, or maybe you're a commercial sex worker, or you have multiple sexual partners, or your sexual partner has multiple sexual partners. At this point, we have pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is the currently we use a combination of emtricitabine and tenofovir, which has shown very much uh, it is very much effectiveness in preventing those who are on an ongoing risk from acquiring the virus. So, in a use of this double or a fixed dose of double drug has shown very much effectiveness in the prevention of HIV virus spread. And also, we have other preventive mechanisms against HIV virus, which include use of condoms. Again, currently we have latex condoms and non-latex condoms. Initially, we only used to have latex condoms. So those who react to latex condom used to have a lot of problems in uh, in preventing HIV, because you'll have to just do it without any kind of protection, because if you react to latex, you'll still have hypersensitivity to it if you use it. So their sexual lives used to be very difficult, especially those who are HIV positive and never wished to transmit the same virus to their sexual partner. But currently things are better. Again, uh, how do you feel dating someone who is HIV negative if you are HIV positive? Kindly tell me in the comment section. I've met some people who are HIV positive, but once I asked them about would you mind dating someone who is HIV negative, they tell me that those guys feel that they own everything. Since they are HIV negative, they feel that dating me or interacting with me or giving me my sexual needs, I will transmit the virus to them. Yet, I'm trying to explain to them that I cannot be able to transmit because I'm already virus suppressed. Even going to an extent of telling them that even we can use PrEP if you do not trust me. But these guys have been having a lot of challenges, especially dealing with sexual partners who are HIV negative. Have you been experiencing the same? And if you have been able to overcome this, how has been your experience? And what can be you advise those who are still struggling in the same problem of having of maybe dating HIV or or HIV negative individuals, yet you are on care? Kindly drop this on the comment section so that other people can be able to learn from you. Also, I'd like to put some knowledge to this. Uh, Getting HIV or being born with HIV is not your mistake. One thing to admit, it's not your mistake, it's not the mistake of your parents. It happens. We say that everything happens for good for those who trusted upon the Lord or those who trust upon God. So, if it happened to you, it was to happen to you, and if you accept it, God will show you how to cope with it. The other thing I would like to put to the knowledge, uh, if maybe you acquired it maybe in your youth, or maybe in your first love, or maybe in your second love, that one doesn't matter. What matters is not where you got it from, is how you take it in your mind. Remember, everything happens in the mind. Even sex happens in the mind. The other things are physical. So if you have been losing feelings because of your HIV status, start building positive mindset in you so that you can be able to cope with this. Remember, you're not the first one who is HIV positive, and also you'll not be the last one. And again, it's not a death sentence. And if this guy turns you down, doesn't mean he's the only guy who can love you. Maybe he's not meant for you. Even guys or girls who are HIV negative are turned down by those who are HIV negative. And choosing someone who is HIV positive because you are HIV positive doesn't mean that you will have a smooth life. That's a mistake that people make. In some instances, you may have someone who is HIV positive because you are HIV positive, yet this guy is not adhering to treatment. Or maybe he is engaging in more risky behaviors, which puts you to a greater risk of acquiring even other sexually transmitted infections or getting uh, resistant strains of the HIV virus. So it doesn't mean that if you're HIV positive, you have to get someone who is HIV positive for marriage. Also, if you're HIV negative, doesn't mean that you must get someone who is HIV negative. If you get someone who is HIV positive and is loving and caring, please do not drop them. Because at the moment, if they are HIV positive and they have good adherence on care, imagine they cannot transmit the virus to you, and also you'll not raise any kid who is HIV positive. This means that the only thing that you have to do is to support them to get good adherence to their medication, and also for you to be able to have a positive mindset about them. Do not look upon them as HIV positive guys and you are HIV negative person. Look to them as or look upon them as your sexual partner, your spouse, your sweetheart, or any other beautiful one. And you'll never feel any guilt, they'll never feel disregarded, and you'll be able to live to your full potential or to your full expectation of your life with your partner. Are we together? Thank you. So kindly, if you have any other comment, any other clarification, any other insight, any other story you would like anybody to hear about you, kindly drop it in the comment section, and we can be able to help each other and build a society that is free from stigma about HIV, and a society where everyone can be accommodated. Remember, the guys who are diabetic, I've never heard of anyone stigmatizing them. The guys who are hypertensive, I've never heard anyone stigmatizing them. Yet, those diseases are in their genetics and they can be able to transmit to their children. You get? But for HIV, it's not a genetic disease. Also, it's just a virus. It's only that it's a immunosuppressive virus. So this means that if you acquire it, you'll be as healthy as anybody else. The only problem is if you do not manage it, it will lower your immunity and you are at a risk of acquiring other opportunistic infections which may be fatal to you or which could cause morbidity and death to you. But doesn't mean that if you have HIV you are sick. It's only that you have the virus. If you have the virus like herpes zoster, or maybe let me not use a virus that is an OI. If you have hepatitis, you not only just have hepatitis, but you have inflammation of your liver. That is, for example, hepatitis B. You also can be able to transmit it sexually. You also have yellowness of the eyes. So it's evident. But for HIV, it's not evident. It will become evident only when your immunity goes down and you acquire other opportunistic infections. So it's the only kind of viral infection that you need not to worry about or to get stigmatized about. Because it's one thing, it's manageable, and the other thing, currently with good suppression and good adherence to ARVs, you cannot transmit the virus. Are we together up to this point? If you have any question, any kind of clarification, drop it in the comment section. And guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. This is Isaac, Simple and Real. Let's stop it at that point. We are now at 24 minutes and 45 seconds. Thank you for watching my live channel. We will continue to drop in more insights. Thank you.